everyone, this is Connie J. Pack, and I am here to share with you the top 5 ways to provide exceptional client or customer service. Let's get started. Hi, this is Connie J. Pack, and I wanted to share with you my 5 best tips on how to provide exceptional customer service for your clients or your patients or your customers. My first tip is gift giving. And I'm not talking about the See's Candy or the Harry and David pears. And no offense, but those have been around for a long time and they're a little impersonal and, it's just not something new and exciting. But I'm talking about a custom gift. I have to do a special shout out to Box and Bow Shop because they made me look really good. I gave a gift to a client to celebrate 2 years working with us, and it was one of the most beautiful gifts ever. They allowed me to custom create a box. It's a wooden box. I was able to engrave her name on the front of the box, and she opens it, and inside there are some beautiful things like a live succulent, a candle from the Magnolia Home collection, special colored matches, and I even had a thermos custom printed to say Boss Babe. Obviously she's a woman and she loved it. Take a look at what she said. Now, I can't take the full credit because this was obviously a gift created by Box and Bow Shop, but going the extra mile and finding these more custom gifts is, oh my goodness, a completely different level from your traditional See's Candy or Harry and David and things like that. So number 1 tip is gift giving, but probably leaning more towards custom gift giving. This is providing exceptional customer service. Tip number 2 is a timeline. What I love to do is to identify the starting point, track some of the milestones along the way, and even document the finish line. And what's been great is that it keeps each other accountable. It helps us to celebrate the wins along the way. And we've been able to just have fun on this journey together when I'm able to work with my clients and document the timeline. So I highly recommend that for your business. Tip number 3 is I over-deliver. If there is someone I truly am dying to work with, like this would be a dream job, dream opportunity, I would actually offer to do some work for free. Like I would offer, hey, let's do the first month for free. I'd like you to get to know me and how I work and my services. And if you feel like we're a good fit, then let's talk how we can work together long term. And that's how I'm able to really solidify. It's not just, okay, well, we'll test you out for X dollar amount, or you know what, we'll get back to you as we interview 5 other people. I mean, if I'm offering to work for free, and again, this is someone that would be on your Dream 100 list, that really puts you in a different boat. What do they have to lose to actually take the time to work with you? So that is one way I can over deliver. For an existing client, some of the things that I do is I kind of love surprising them. I love gift giving. I love surprising people, and I surprise them with some assets. Like for example, let's just say I came up with a new brand guide or style guide that we're working on within our team. I create one for all of my clients, just out of the blue. It's an asset that they get to have, they get to keep, no additional charge or anything. It's just, hey, I've developed this new format of how I'm doing this, and I think this would be a great resource for you. So here you go. Another great one is SOP documents. I mean, some people are awesome with SOPs, and I should clarify, SOP means standard operating procedure. It's like a step-by-step instruction of how to accomplish something. And by having something like that, when one employee leaves and another person takes over, you just provide them with the SOP, and right away it cuts out the training in half. It allows them to be able to pick things up much faster than if you've had to in the past without an SOP. So sometimes what I'll do is with some of my clients, as we are creating a new campaign and it has some follow-up, processes within their company, I actually create the SOPs for them. It's like, hey, here's what I recommend so-and-so in your customer service development does step by step by step. And this becomes a resource for them as well. My tip number 4, I also make suggestions. I make suggestions outside of my scope. So if I'm hired to do Facebook ads, I actually will dive in and ask questions about their funnel, about their website, about their business, about their follow-up, all of these things, because I know that the success of what I do is not dependent just on the Facebook ads. It has to be an ecosystem amongst all areas of their business. And so I inquire. If I'm not hired to do that, I at least inquire, find out what's been happening in other areas, give suggestions. Oh, maybe your website person can add this to do this, or your funnels add this, or your sales team can do this. I give suggestions outside of the scope of work, and it really builds that trust. But more importantly, what I'm really shooting for is figuring out how to make this process work, this ecosystem work for them. And so when they win, I win. So that's one other way that I really try to give value, by making suggestions. Last but not least, my tip number 5 of how I create exceptional client service is I tell them when I don't like something. Let me clarify. An example of this would be if I were to ask for 6 Facebook ads videos. If I did not like it, I tell them I didn't like video number 3, and here's why. And here are some suggestions on how to improve that video. Maybe it was just bad audio, maybe it was bad lighting, but I just tell them the truth. I don't want to be a yes man. I don't want to just work with whatever I'm given. I want to give feedback to help them grow as an entrepreneur, as a business owner, and then I get to work with some better products and assets and things to try to make this campaign work. And so my last tip is to just be real, authentic, and say the good, bad, and the ugly. No one wants to just hear nice, fluffy, compliments all the time. They want to hear when something is not very good. And so that's my last tip. I think that's a really important one. It builds trust. If it doesn't get received well, and again, I say this nicely. I'm not saying, hey, you suck. I'm usually saying it in a very respectful way. And if they can't receive that, then they're not a good fit. I literally would say, you know what, this is not working out. I don't think we're a good match. I think it's good to go our separate ways. And I don't think that's a bad thing. I mean, we do what we do because we love what we're doing. And if we're not a good fit, then why are you working together? Life is too short to work with people that you're not enjoying working together. So I hope this helps. These are my 5 tips of providing exceptional client service. Thanks for listening.